Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So today is the last lecture of fundamentals of organic chemistry, and the topic of today's lecture is reactions and preparations of carboxylic acid derivatives. And the topic, as the topic says itself, that we are going to discuss synthesis of carboxylic acid derivatives as well as the reactions of carboxylic acid derivatives. Let's talk about carboxylic acid derivatives themselves. We know about the structure of carboxylic acid as it is mentioned here. The first structure, this one is known as carboxylic acid. So there are many other compounds that can be derived from carboxylic acid, and they are commonly known as carboxylic acid derivatives. They are very closely related to carboxylic acid because their nature is somehow very much closely related to these carboxylic acids. And basically the other derivatives, they are carboxylate if it is in the form of salt, and it could be that there is an R group that is a part of that could be driven from alcohol, so it is known as ester. Also other carboxylic acid derivatives like amide, thioester, acyl phosphate, acyl chloride, acid anhydride are also the other forms of these derivatives. And these are basically when there is NR2 or amine type of moiety with this adjacent like carbonyl group, then we feel this one as amide. And when we have like this thioether type of moiety next to carbonyl, then we say it is thioester. Basically their structure is very much related with the ester because here oxygen is replaced by sulfur, so that's why we call it as thioester. And then we have thiophosphate, acyl chloride, when we have acyl part connected with chloride. And then anhydride means that we have two carboxylic acid. By the removal of water molecule we get it acid anhydride. It means that one water. So we are going to start the synthesis of acid derivatives. One of the because we have discussed about many acid derivatives, but we are going to focus on four of them. One of them is ester, and then anhydride. The third one is acid chloride, and the fourth one is acid amides. And when we are talking about ester, then basically the structure of ester, if you remember, ester has a similar structure to carboxylic acid, except the thing that we have another R group, that is alkyl group, are present next to oxygen. It means that this R group is introduced somehow in the acid. So there are different possibilities in here, but most of the time the very like the conventional way to synthesize acid ester is basically by reacting an acid with an alcohol. And this way basically this reaction can also occur with or without catalyst too, but most of the time an acid is used as a catalyst for this reaction. And if we react acid with an alcohol, that's how we get an ester in here. So there are other examples of reaction too, because acids have their own reactivity, but if we use some other reagent that is much more reactive than acid, just like acyl chloride, these are another acid derivative. If we use acid chloride in here, then acid chlorides are better because chloride is a better leaving group than OH. So that's how acid chlorides have better reactivity than acid carboxylic acids. So acid chlorides, when they react with alcohol, there is another possibility that this OH can replace this chloride, so that's how we can get ester. So these are the two ways we can make ester. Another way is that we can also use acid anhydride as a reactant. In the reaction of acid anhydride with alcohol, we get ester too. And the fourth possibility is the reaction of these carboxylic acid with diazomethane. Basically diazomethane is only used for the synthesis of methyl esters because in this case nitrogen will evaporate while CH2 is here to. And there are other acid derivatives like acid chlorides. We have discussed that acid chlorides are the basically derivatives that have chloride attached to the acyl group, that is the OH removed and chloride is attached instead. So these are basically, they can be synthesized by using different chlorinating agents, but actually there are certain conditions that are well established, and they are known to convert acids, carboxylic acids into acid chlorides. So this one particular condition is known as, in which it is thionyl chloride is used. Thionyl chloride is SOCl2, and this is used to convert carboxylic acid into acid chloride, and HCl and sulfur dioxide are produced as a byproduct because these are gases, so they can easily escape, and without any medium or solvent we can easily get acid chloride. When we are talking about acid anhydride, so acid anhydride, as I already told you basically that carboxylic acids, they are not that much reactive compound. So sometimes when we are making esters, so we have to use some acid catalyst for that reaction. So when we want to make acid chlorides, you can say that. So similarly, because we convert acid into some other derivative that are more reactive than acid. Similarly, we have made ester using acid chloride. So acid chlorides are more reactive than acids. That's how we can convert acid chlorides into anhydrides too. How they can be converted into anhydride? One such method is reported here, like they are treated with the sodium salt of methyl ester here, ethyl ester here. So this ethyl ester, it reacts with this acid chloride, and then we get this acetyl and with another acid, like we get a mixed anhydride of this acetyl acid and another acid. So in the next reaction we have another like there is acetic acid here, and then acetic acid react with acetyl chloride, and then this acyl chloride reacts with in the presence of pyridine. Pyridine basically a base, and then we get this like acetyl anhydride with another acid, and with pyridine HCl as a salt is removed. Another possibility is that we get a just like in this case we get a mixture of anhydride, like we get 2 carboxylic acid and we get anhydride of 2 mixed anhydride here basically. But there is another possibility that these carboxylic acid are part of the end of one chain. So it means that there are this is dicarboxylic acid, but this dicarboxylic acid 2 chain ends can also react together. In this case, simply heating this compound and then removal of water give rise to this anhydride basically. And then here is 6 written here. Basically, if you take 6 molecules of this one, then we can get 6. The next acid derivatives we are going to talk is the amide one. So amides, as we have seen in the introductory slide, that amides are basically compounds with this structure where we have a OH of acid is removed, and there is NH2 or NR2 or NHR is attached, and then what is the amide linkage itself? We have CONR type of linkage here, and this is what we call amide. Of all different methods can be used to synthesize these amide type of compounds. 3 most commonly used methods are first is direct synthesis from carboxylic acid, second is its synthesis from acid chloride, and then the third synthesis is from anhydride. One thing to mention that why acid chlorides and anhydrides are more reactive than carboxylic acid, because basically this reaction proceeds to the tetrahedral intermediate. You can say that we can compare the leaving group nature of this hydroxyl chloride or this ester type of group. So in these 3 cases, chloride and this ester group is basically more is a better leaving group. So that's why these 2 are more reactive for this reaction. And when we treat these 3 starting material or reactants with amine, then we get this amide as. Alright, as we have already discussed the synthesis of these acid derivatives, we have a summarized overview here, and then you can see here that basically carboxylic acid is the main precursor of all these derivatives here. So we use different kinds of reagent for different kinds of acid derivatives. Mainly we have discussed acid chlorides, anhydrides, and also esters, but you can see that if you want to make thioester, then we can treat carboxylic acid with the just like an alcohol. We can convert this one with the thiol type of compound. And if you want to convert carboxylic acid into amide, you have to react with amine, and then just to convert it into a salt, we can convert it by using a base to convert it into a carboxylate ion. And then if we have a reaction of carboxylic acid with the alcohol, then we can get ester. And if we convert it by using acyl chloride, then we get a mixture of anhydride, that is mixed anhydride. Mixed anhydride is when we have different R groups here, like this the green R is different from the black R. But if you have same R, it is also possible that we use two different similar like same symmetrical acid anhydride. It is possible by using if you convert use a reaction of carboxylic acid with an acyl chloride, and in that case acyl part should be from the same carboxylic acid. Or it is also possible that you use two same carboxylic acid and use a catalyst for the conversion of this acid into acid anhydride. Catalyst could be an acid here, an inorganic acid like. And also to convert it into acid chloride, it can be converted by using thionyl type chloride type of compound. And it is also possible that we can use different other reagents like PbR3 can be used, and it helps to convert OH to a better group like chlorosulfide or bromine. Basic thing that starting the reactions of acid derivatives, one of the most important reaction is nucleophilic acyl substitution reaction. It means that we are taking a substrate where acyl is the basic part of the substrate. On acyl part there is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Why this reaction is for the like when we want to explain this reaction, we consider a compound, you can say acid derivatives as a parent compound like RCOOY. Y is basically the component that is different in all these acid derivatives. It could be chloride in case of acid chloride, it could be ester moiety in case of acid anhydride, or it could be NH2 type of moiety and R2 type of moiety in case of amides. So it means that this is the generalized formula for acid carboxylic acid derivative. So we have this nucleophilic acyl substitution reaction. They can be of two different types. One type is when the nucleophile is negatively charged. Like nucleophile is the one that is attacking this acid derivative. If you see closely the structure of these acid derivatives, and carbon here is you can say that electron deficient here. It is electron deficient, so it means that it acts as an electrophile. Why it is electron deficient? Because there are two like highly electronegative atoms attached to it. One is the part of carbonyl itself, and the other one is part of Y, like it could be oxygen or nitrogen here. Anyways, this is very electron deficient carbon, so it can attract electron rich type of moieties, just like hydroxyl group. Hydroxyl group can attack this carbonyl, that is electrophilic here. So in this case, when hydroxyl group attacks this carbon, then we have a ring opening reaction, like this bond shift on oxygen, these electrons. Then we get an intermediate, that is tetrahedral in geometry, that is a tetrahedral intermediate is formed in this case. And then after that, when these electrons want to revert, then what happens, that is Y group leaves. So it means that we get this carboxylic acid here. So this is the basic like you can say that mechanism that is followed when there is a whenever there is a negatively charged nucleophile attacking you can say that carboxylic acid derivative compound. So then there is another possibility that we have a nucleophile that is neutral, and there are examples of negatively charged nucleophiles like hydroxide, amide and alkoxide ion. Just like hydroxyl, there could be OR negative, that is alkoxide, there could be NH2 or NR2 negative, that could be amide ion there. And when we have nucleophile is neutral, it could be possible we can have water here, it could be alcohol ROH, it could be amine, that is NH3 or NR3 here. So in those cases, what we can say that neutral amide, neutral basically nucleophile, it does have their electron pair here. So this electron pair basically attacks on this carbon, it acts as a nucleophile again. And then we have an intermediate, that is tetrahedral in geometry, because carbon can form 4 bonds here, but there will be positive charge on oxygen because it has contributing made a bond using its own lone pair of electron. And then when it reverts back like this, and then what happens that now the other one possibility is that this proton leaves to the medium, we get this intermediate here. And then when this electrons on the oxygen, they want to revert back, then this Y group can leave in the form of HI, that is the you can say that So this R negative is basically highly strongly, you can say that negatively charged, and this is very uh, you can say it has potential to act as a nucleophile here, because magnesium is strongly electropositive, so it R stays in the form of negative charge. So this negative charge attacks on carbon, and then we get an intermediate that is regains its carbonyl group, and Y leaves, and in this case R stays with this one. So it means that Greenhouse reagent can be used to convert a you can say carboxylic acid or carboxylic acid derivative into a ketone, or you can say that in this case there is also possibility we can make aldehyde if there is HMGBr, but mostly it is used to make a ketonic moiety in this case. But you have to remember that it means that when we are writing RCOY, it means that this is a generalized formula for all kinds of acids and acid derivatives, carboxylic acid and carboxylic acid derivatives. So it means that be it you can say acid chloride, or be it acid amide or ester, you can say these type of compounds. So all these can be hydrolyzed by water and may require acid or base and can be converted like this. So any type of acid derivative that undergo this type of reaction, we shall call it alkalolysis or aminolysis, like this. Anyways, this slide summarizes the preparation of acid and derivatives using reaction of acid halides. So acid halides basically they are very reactive compounds. They can be used to convert them like into other acid derivatives. If you have a look in the middle of this slide, we say that carboxylic acid, they can be converted into acid chloride, as we have studied in the synthesis of acid chloride too, using sulfur thionyl chloride. And these chlorides, when they are hydrolyzed in the presence of acid or base, they are converted back into carboxylic acids. And there is another interesting reaction of these acid chlorides, and when they are used with aluminium trichloride, and then we can do this reaction for there's a Friedel-Crafts acylation of this compound. So it means that this acyl group can be substituted, can be placed as a substituent on an aromatic ring. So this is very important reaction used to synthesize aromatic ketones. Apart from this reaction, these acid chlorides, they can be used to convert acid into other derivatives of this carboxylic acid. Just like when acid chlorides are treated with water, they convert them back to carboxylic acid. Are treated with alcohol, they go to ester moieties. If they are treated with another acid, carboxylic acid, we get acid anhydride. And when they are treated with amine, we get amides. Or when they are treated with you can say thiol type of compounds, then we get thioester. Acid chlorides when treated with RmGBr, as we have studied in the nucleophilic acyl substitution reaction 2, we get here tertiary alcohol here. How we get tertiary alcohol? Because R negative attacks here and then O goes in the O negative form. And in this case the difference from acyl substitution reaction is that the negative charge reverts back in acyl substitution reaction, but this is not substitution, it is nucleophilic addition, because R negative adds to in the acid chloride, so it oxygen converts to OH and R negative come as a substituent here. So this is the way to convert acid chlorides into tertiary alcohols. They can also be converted into aldehydes when we have this condition like tributyl tene hydride or lithium aluminium tertiary butyl hydride. In this butoxyhydride basically. So in this case you can get that aldehyde, or even when hydride is a you can say nucleophile here, and then we can get. Let's talk about the reaction of amides. Amides are reactive with respect to, though amide bond is not that easy to break, so they are less reactive than acid chloride. Acid chlorides are much more reactive than acid amides. When we are talking about the reaction of amide, then the reaction they show are first of all the reduction to amines. For reduction to we use very strong agent, that is lithium aluminium hydride. In this way we can convert, so this way amines can be converted into amides can be converted into amines. How? Because this carbonyl group can be reduced to CH2 in the presence of lithium aluminium hydride. Another reaction is the hydrolysis. Hydrolysis is the same for all these reactions. For acid derivatives in the presence of acid or base, they went back to the original carboxylic acid, and the amine is produced as a side. And then we have acid anhydrides. Here acid anhydrides, they can be converted into other derivatives, like you can say that other compounds of are derivatives of these carboxylic acid. If you treat these, you can say simply carry out the hydrolysis here. It means that you treat it with water. In this case you go back to the original carboxylic acid. If R and R, these two are the same, then you get only one carboxylic acid. If they are different, then we get a mixture of these carboxylic acid. And then if you treat this one with alcohol, alcohol acts as a nucleophile, and then we can get a ester here, because OR can substitute this ester moiety, because it can leave here, act as a leaving group. And if amine acts, and again this nitrogen acts as a nucleophile, and then this part, that is the ester part, it acts as a leaving group, and then we get an. The last acid derivative that we are going to discuss here is the ester compound. The most important reaction for esters are, one of them is hydrolysis and the other one is transesterification. In the hydrolysis reaction is basically the same for all these acid derivatives. Here when they are treated with water, they revert back to the original carboxylic acid. The other one is transesterification. As the name suggests, then in transesterification what we do, that basically we have one ester here, and then we want to make another ester out of this ester. It means that we have this ester like we have a acetyl ester here, because this is acetyl group. So in this case, if we take another alcohol, we treat it with another alcohol that is in excess, it means that the one of the ester part here, that is we have this alcohol here, so we can change this alcoholic part here and it can be converted into another ester. Like this was a phenyl ester here, so we can convert it into ethyl ester here. There is another reaction that is named as saponification. Saponification is also a hydrolysis reaction, but in this hydrolysis we start with an ester and treat it with water in the presence of an alkali. So if you treat it with water in the presence of alkali, you get a salt here. The salt is basically we get a carboxylate here, and why we call it as hydrolysis? Because this is simple. If you neutralize the mixture, you get carboxylic acid out of it, and the salt is separated. In this case, we call it as saponification. Is basically a reaction that is used in the synthesis of you can say soaps or like these kind of soaps can be synthesized by this one, because they are large alkyl chains of these fatty acids are there, and then these are basically carboxylic acids. So saponification is very important